I got a backpack. Please, no. Oh, I made a friend. Okay. He's gonna help me. The music changed up. He's gonna help me survive. If the game doesn't die, it's dying for him too. Oh no. No, he's doing the fucking sidestep. No. The only guy that I've met. And his game probably crashed. The day before is probably one of the worst game releases I've ever seen, and is 100% the worst game release of 2023. With so much hype of it being some type of DayZ killer clone that was going to release and have this open world, and we were going to be able to explore and craft and find other people, the game launched and it was not even anything close to that. It was basically a Tarkov DayZ mixture clone with a Division twist on it, where you're literally just walking around talking to NPCs. You get thrown into an open world, which is not even an open world fully. It's just a static map where nothing changes and all the loot spawns are the same. And you're put in with around 30 people, and it's an extraction shooter. It's not even an open world survival game. Now, as of today, their studio shut down 4 days after release, and yesterday their tweet advertising the launch of the game got community noted. This is probably the craziest thing that I've ever seen for a game release. The fact that so many people defended it day one release, and there were all these YouTubers, streamers, and everybody. It was like a tug of war. Like, you had the people who were like, oh, they're gonna fix it and it's gonna be great, and it's just day one of release. And sure, they had server issues, but the game itself was garbage. There were so many bugs and so many issues, and the game was nothing like what they advertised. It is crazy for anybody to even defend it, but of course you're always going to have people like that. But I sat down, day one of release, I played the game. It was absolutely awful. Nothing worked. Keybinds started unbinding themselves, the resolutions started switching, the game would crash constantly. Also, if you die, you lose all your shit. Yeah. The thing is, I died, and it spawned me. There's desync, the zombies run into walls and get stuck. Oh, fuck! Dude! The fuck is this game, man? And I can't melee him because this game does not have melee. The bullet registration was just non-existent. Like, you would shoot people and nothing would happen, and then they would walk a few feet and then die later, or it wouldn't even register to begin with. That mixes in with the desync, but just the game was awful. There was only about 10 guns to basically sift through, and I got through, at least I say, a fair amount of the gameplay, except for like the high-end level gear, but otherwise the gameplay wasn't going to change at that point. So I feel like I got the most out of the game for what I paid for. Now, playing through it, it was just a mess. It did have its good parts and its good features and stuff, like the weapon customization was pretty cool, the graphics and everything were actually really nice, but that's really all the game has. The atmosphere was completely dead. The zombies don't work, and you were lucky to find maybe 2 to 3 zombies per run through before you extract, and you were lucky to find maybe 1 or 2 players every time you went through a level. And it's one map. You get one map, and that's it. You go into that map, you loot, you PvP, you kill zombies, you come out, and you sell the loot. And the storage system doesn't even work half of the time because your items disappear and your character could get deleted. Open the storage.
You're welcome.
We're gonna take meds, some food, and some ammo. Dude, how do I go back and... No. I just accidentally invited somebody.
Oh, I was just thinking
Yeah,
about
Cosmics.
you.
Lego
So
Fortnite
I've
looks
got
sick.
Anything to...
The Lego Fortnite actually looks... What? Where did my shit go? Alonzo! Did my stuff from storage just disappear? It's gone! Everything's gone!
Ready. If you need anything.
I have
I'm
questions!
always
What do you mean? What the fuck is the purpose of this
The
thing?
storage room
Did
here
you
is
save?
for
It's a
everything
live
that's
service
valuable
game. I
here.
can't save.
Decisions.
My character didn't end up getting deleted. I saw some people's character get deleted. But for my storage, right when I spawned and I got the starting items, everything disappeared. So again, this is probably one of the worst game releases that I've ever seen. And just the gameplay shows for itself. Oh yeah, I like this. Well, there's my first kill. No, Lonzo! Okay. Alright. This is like... This game should have never been released. To admit their mistake, remove it from the store, and offer people their money back. What's up, Gecko? Yeah, I don't know, man. It was from behind. We got shot from behind. Oh! Beaver, how you doing? There they all are. I gotta... Oh!
You have entered the danger zone. Collect as much valuable loot as possible and return to Woodbury.
I spawned where I died and I can't open my inventory. Butter knives. Okay, so my meds despawned. I have Tylenol that I can't use. My tab doesn't work. I can't open my inventory. I shot a guy and then he teleported like 20 years away. Hold on. I'm dead. I'm 0 out of 100, but I'm still looting. Now, I know I've been shitting on the game a lot, but the game did actually have some good things about it that I wish other survival games did have. And one of the biggest things was the actual home base. It was pretty cool that you could actually earn money through your raids and through surviving and stuff and going back and upgrading a base and everything like that. I wish more games had that, and I wish it was more in depth where you could invite people over and you could basically have things mounted or shown as like trophies of like things that you got that were rare in the raids. So the game was terrible, but there were some cool features that we can take from it that it did actually do pretty well. Other than that, though, there's only 2 features that I really liked about the game, and other than that, it was just a generic survival game. Now, the other feature that I did enjoy with the game was the weapon customization. The weapon customization was really in-depth to the point that you can take off dust covers, handguards, stocks, sights, and everything, and actually change them on your weapons, and you can actually do it in raid as well if you find a workbench in raid. I thought that was pretty cool, especially for a survival game where a lot of games just have it where you loot something and oh, like here's a scope, put the scope on it, here's a suppressor, but not in depth as to the point where this was almost like you were building a weapon in Escape from Tarkov. It was pretty cool and well put together, and all you had to do was go to a workbench and you can customize everything, or you can even run the gun basically butt naked with just the barrel and everything that functions with the weapon, and you don't have to have any sights or anything on it, and you could just do kind of like meme runs and stuff like that. So other than that, that was pretty cool. I thought that that was really well done, but the game is just... I started the game and I literally had Vietnam flashbacks to the Division 1, where you're put into the goddamn starting area and you just have to wander around and talk to everybody. The game forces you to talk to these NPCs, and that's great. Starting off the game, here's how the game works, get some starting items, and you know, they handhold you for a little bit and then they throw you out. But the problem is the story and the characters for this game, the whole point of these type of games is immersion, and they throw that out the window. It doesn't even matter for the lip syncing and whatever, it just feels like you're just talking to an AI. It was so bad. And the fact that like they're so generic. They just have the one guy who's like the guy for food, the one guy who's the storage guy, the one guy who's the weapon guy. Like, no one stood out as a character, and the story is weak as hell. There's nothing that like keeps me intrigued with this game. These guys look like a character that I could have created when I started the game. They don't look any different from me or anybody else who's wandering around. They don't act any different. They don't have anything special about them other than just being a goddamn vendor that you sell and buy shit to. And I hate to say it and I hate to bring it up, but Escape from Tarkov has more personable traders and you don't even see them. They're pictures and text, and they're more personable than this. They had so much that they could have done with this game, so much potential, and I understand why the studio shut down. I don't know what the hell is going on with the financials of that game and what was going on, but I can completely understand why they shut down. Did I think it was going to take longer for them to shut down and not 4 days after release? Yeah, but it's completely understandable why a game like this didn't make it when they had so many things that they promised us and none of it was in the game. And I mean none of it. Okay. Thanks for keeping an eye on my meds and my food. If you suffer a fatal injury in the open world, you can use all the items in your backpack. To prevent losing valuable items, save them in the storage. You can... I think as well, one of the saddest things about this game is the potential that it had. They could have put at least more zombies. If there was a horde system or something, like if you've ever played Days Gone, it makes it believable that those type of zombies actually took over the world and ended it. The fact that the zombies in this game get stuck on everything... Who told you it was good? I need to talk to them. Who said this was good? And they don't... I don't understand. I don't understand what the thought process of this was. And the game runs okay. They could have put more zombies. I don't think it would have been a huge performance hit to maybe double or triple the spawns. And the fact that there's no melee button. You're fighting these 1 to 2 zombies, and if you don't bring a shit ton of ammo, if you're starting off, or if you have it happen where... in the beginning of the game, what happened to me was I got the starting items and everything just disappeared. So I had to run in naked into my raids. There's no way to kill these zombies. You have to just run. There's no way. What the fuck is this clown zombie? Well, 20 bullets down the drain. That is kind of a cool, creepy zombie. I'm not gonna lie. But, like, why do they take, like, 30 shots? So, here's the thing. There's no drag and drop system. There's no melee system. So, when I have no ammo, I just have to run. I can't do anything besides run. Which is the stupidest thing. Because the two most valuable things, or at least in my opinion, that you could have in a zombie survival game is a fucking melee button to kill the zombies with baseball bats, which is probably one of the most iconic things to kill a zombie with is a baseball bat. And the fact that the game has no VoIP. You can't talk to anybody. You have this game which is based off of player interaction, and you can't fucking talk to anybody. And I feel bad, because I know the devs obviously worked on something. There is a product here, and it's hard to constantly shit talk something like this, which is someone else's work. But when you're charging $40, or at least it was $40 for me, because I'm Canadian. But when you're charging $40 for a product that you've lied to people about, and you release it, and you say, hey, people doubted us, but here's the game. It's like... How do you do that to your fan base? The people that are going to be paying for the game, you could have at least said, hey, we switched up the idea. This is what we're thinking. We couldn't make this work, but we're still looking on releasing the game. Or at least be honest to your fan base. The people who are paying for your product. The people who are reviewing your product. The people who are going to be enjoying your product. So, unfortunately, there's not really much that I can say because this entire game is just a pile of dog shit. I'm sorry, but other than the weapon customization and the atmosphere, there's not really much that I can say is worth anything in this game. There's so many other better games that are out there for half the price that there's not even a point to even trying this game. So if you want to see what this game was, I have the gameplay in this video, but other than that, I suffered through it, so you don't have to. This is probably one of the worst releases that I've ever seen in my life, and hopefully this doesn't happen again, but with the rate that things are going, it's probably going to happen again, and I'll probably be there for the next game that does this shit. Anyways, appreciate you watching the video. Link in the description for my socials where you can watch my next Twitch live stream, and yeah, I don't know what the fuck this was.